Hi, and welcome to Jules Voto's Photo Focus from New Orleans. I'm here on a family vacation with my wife, my youngest son, and his girlfriend, and I thought I would make a video using his Nikon Z50 mirrorless camera with the kit lens, the 16 to 50. Now, I always give people advice on traveling, and I say travel light, but I rarely take my own advice, and I didn't this time. I'm here with my Z6, my 24 to 72/8, the 14 to 30. I also have the F to Z adapter for use with my 200 f4 Nikon f-mount lens, and also an f2 and a couple lenses. So I brought quite a bit of equipment with me, but not as much as sometimes. But my son has the Z50 and 2 kit lenses, and it's just so much lighter. New Orleans is a great city to walk around, and it's great with the Z50 and the kit lens. Now that kit lens is a 16 to 50, which is the equivalent of a 24 to 75 on a full frame camera. But it's a slow lens. It starts out at 3.5 at 16, and it ends up at 6.3 when you reach 50 millimeters. So it's not a great kit for available light, indoor photography. Last night we took a ghost walk, and of course it was very dark, and I brought my Z6 with the 24 to 72/8, and a 6.3 just would not cut it. The other thing with the Z50 is it does not have built-in IBIS, in-body image stabilization. However, the 2 kit lenses do. So you do have that image stabilization. And I mean, look at this camera. It is so light, even with the lens. Now this combination, the Z50 with the 16 to 50, is lighter than my Z6 alone. So I mean, it's just great to carry around with you. Another thing with this camera, now we drove here from Philadelphia, and we stopped in Georgia first, and for a couple nights, and so we were in the car a lot. Of course, you're going to stop to get food. And another thing with this camera, it's so small. Take it in the restaurant with you. Just put it on the table. When I carry my other cameras, it's just too much, so I leave it in the car. And I always worry leaving all that equipment in the car, because years ago I had my car broken into, and all my equipment was stolen. Now, this is a great lens. As I said, it gives you the equivalent of a 24 to 75. Nikon needs more APS-C lenses. I know they have the 18 to 140 in Z mount now, and I have the 18 to 140 in F mount, and it's a great lens, but you have to use the F to Z adapter. And that kind of defeats the purpose of a compact, lightweight camera, because you're adding size and weight by using the F to Z adapter. So they need, I would like to see something equivalent to the 16 to 80, 2.8 to f4 f-mount lens. I think that would be great for APS-C, for Z cameras. And also there's rumors possibly they'll be coming out with a D500 equivalent Z camera, so that would be great. All right, so let's take a few pictures. We're here in Jackson Square. Behind me is the St. Louis Cathedral, and it's a great spot here for pictures. We were here last night on the ghost tour, and it looks great at night. If you're ever here and have the opportunity, go into the cathedral. It's beautiful, and that's where you really could use a wide lens. But the equivalent of 24 with this is just enough, although I got some shots the other day with my 14 to 30, and that worked out really great. For interior church pictures, ultra wide angle really seems to work well. So let's just take a few pictures. I'm going to set this to, my son always keeps it on manual, which is great as he's learning, but I like to shoot in shutter priority. And I'm just going to get a shot of the cathedral. And we got a nice blue sky here today. You don't need, sometimes you may need a polarizing filter, not today. It's just a beautiful blue sky. Another thing I should mention is, well, when my son got this camera, he purchased it as a kit with the 16 to 50, as well as the 50 to 250. And that 50 to 250, another slow lens, starts out at 4.5 and ends up at 6.3 at 250, but that gives you the equivalent of a 75 to 375, so it gives you a great range. So with the two of them, you're really covered with the full frame equivalent of 24 to 375. As I mentioned earlier, New Orleans is a great city to walk around in and take pictures. The architecture is great. There's a lot of historic cemeteries that you could photograph in. It's just a great place to walk around and shoot. Great for street photography, people photography. Again, as I said, architecture, a lot of really old buildings. And with this camera, walking around is a pleasure. Like, you're not carrying all this heavy equipment. And it's very humid here, so the lighter your kit, the better. If you do photograph at night, as I mentioned earlier, you know, the lenses, the kit lenses are slow. You could bump up the ISO, but the ISO on this is not as good as a Z6. It's equivalent to the Nikon D500. So 800, 1600, I think you get much above that, and you are going to get quite a bit of noise. So, you know, if you confine your shooting to daylight, you'll be just fine. And if you do travel to New Orleans, October is a great time to come. It's not too hot. The temperatures here during the day, we're in the mid 80s. In the summer, it's much warmer. So plan your trip accordingly.
Be your best friend. Stand behind them, shoot upon you. Every night she walks right in my dreams. Since I met her from the start, I'm so proud I am. Sometime with just the two of us, we can make it if we.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I come out with a new video usually every Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. So from New Orleans, I will talk to you next time.